there just when I need you. Allow me to express my gratitude with this data. Do you have enough materials? Why don't I increase the amount you withdraw from here?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
And with talents like those, I went and shared it if you can. Yeah, got stuff that'll hit you right in the con-ha. When you head back to your room, have a look. That's right. They live on the edge of a tar lake. To explore the only interested in... Sadly, nope, makes for an inch... Which has me one... Again, it's weird though. How did something... Anyway, take care, and please come back soon.
Order completed. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you.
Feel free to stop by anytime you like.
I see the world they build to lose at the trial, what is left and what is right. I made the worst mistake one can make, pretending and playing blind. What is it I'm trying to find? -61. Have I ever really loved someone? Do I deserve what I've got? Now the great system's turning to traps and the fear is switching sides. I own $1 million worth of stock, but I still won't sleep at night. What is it that I've become? -61. I'm high in my cold paradise, where men sit in circles. Numbers I never really liked, the way they think of life as some kind of gamble and watch the city drown.
Commencing route creation. Delivery.
Nearly at our destination. See anything suspicious?
Credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
You a sight for sore eyes. Been a long time, Sam.
Fuck, how you still alive?
Oh, no, I'm just a ghost. Come to take my revenge on you and that bitch Fragile. All the way from the other side. Of course, there's no point in trying to kill you when you won't stay dead. But there are plenty of other ways to make you suffer. Well, the kid kicked the bucket, huh? Shame. Goddamn shame. So now what, you just lugging that coffin or pod? Going on a walkabout? Well, that's touching. Even if you don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
What are you saying?
Huh? Maybe I can't kill you, you won't die, but you can lose everything you love. Torture yourself for the rest of time, knowing that death will never come for you. So you go on your little walkabout. Go wherever you want, but I will be damned if I let you link up this condo. Not because extinction's my creed, though, no. No, I want to build a world where fear and violence are king. And who do you think will come out on top, Sam? You? With your hippy-dippy network? Or me? With my more rough and tumble methods? I can't wait to find out. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight. Collaboration. The eternal choice. Let's put him to the test.
hit. Cliche, but that one's gotta hurt. Boy, that must hurt. That one seems to have done some damage. Are you okay, Sam? Well done, Sam. That last attack of yours seems to have left a mark. Great work. Now let's get this place on the chiral network. My name's Sam.
Anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Your name is Sam, isn't it? What in the hell? It looks like a machine, but... I can tell you gave it your all. We appreciate the help. I hope we can continue. This moment's been a long time. Please use your... Now displaying your current porter grade.
Great. No issues established. By the way, we've sent some folks out to... Only prudent. If we learn anything... Thanks again for...
Sam, this is the President. Due to your tireless efforts, West a great achievement. However, this expansion is done only by connecting all... And by doing so, we will create the optimal conditions for a new plate gate to manifest. We are one step closer to making the chiral verse a reality. And ensure the road ahead is still fraught with peril. For now, though, please take a well-deserved...
Order completed. Well done.
Was it really his? He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but...
He found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
It was definitely his voice I heard. I didn't get a good look at his face, but yeah. He said he came back to get revenge on you and me. Screwing with our plans to link up Australia was just another way to do that.
They were all in red. Just like the ones at your place. That could have been him too.
You think that was Higgs? Did you see him hurt Lou?
I'm not sure.
Fragile, I need you to remember.
I only caught a glimpse. But they were all wearing red. This is all my fault. I had him at my mercy on Amelie's beach. If I'd only finished him off, none of this would have happened.
No. You can't blame yourself. You know, something's been bugging me. Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou. It hit me after. He's absolutely right. I mean, the kid's whole life is a total mystery to me. So I gotta ask. Can you look into Lou's past? Find out what you can? Charlie, you, the ship's crew, you all have connections within the UCA, right? And at least one of you has to have access to the UCA archives that were recovered by the chiral network.
All right, Sam. Let's see what we can find on Lou.
Really, Sam, there's such a thing as too tight. Oh. That must have been quite the nightmare. I can't feel my legs.
Lou.
Sam, this is Tarman. Feeling refreshed, I hope? Thanks to all your hard graft, the DHV Magellan can get around a lot more freely now. More specifically, we can travel between any two facilities that are connected to the chiral network by way of the tar currents. Naturally, this includes Mexico as well. If you're curious about how the folks in the places you visited are getting on, you can catch up on any recent developments by accessing the Corpus via your ring terminal. And to have the Magellan travel to a given facility, simply open the map with your ring terminal and chart a course to your destination.
If you refuse, there will be severe repercussions. But what makes you think you have a choice?
Sam, it's Charlie. Another request is ready for you. You'll find it listed as a main order on the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal. So you know, Sam, Fragile is currently looking into Lou. Meanwhile, Tarman is conducting a separate investigation into the giant mech that attacked you earlier. For now, we would like you to focus on extending the network. That is a task only you can handle. As the network grows in size, we will have much more information at our disposal to further our efforts. That said, you won't be able to proceed until the situation at West Fort Knott has been resolved. It appears that they're in dire need of additional supplies, to the point that they don't even have enough to prepare cargo for your next destination. This next order is intended to alleviate the situation. You're to restore the mine north of F1 and its monorail station to working order and link up West Fort Knott. After which, you'll deliver a large quantity of excavated materials from the mine to the settlement by rail. As this is a somewhat complicated order, I'll brief you on the details as you review the map. Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you could make this main order your top priority. All right, Sam. You'll need to work through several steps to complete this order. To begin with, collect the cache of materials waiting for you on the DHV Magellan. Take these to the mine north of F1, and when you arrive there, submit the materials. Next, if all goes well, you'll then need to deliver those materials to West Fort Knott. Consider making use of the monorail located at the mine upon your arrival at F1. That's all there is to it. On this occasion, you'll be delivering some heavy materials. You can use a tri-cruiser to transport them. Alternatively, floating carriers can now be fabricated. These carriers are ideal for taking heavy cargo across terrain ill-suited to vehicles. If that sounds good to you, and when you're not using the carrier for cargo, you can hop aboard. Just remember that floating carriers require...
Floating carriers can be loaded with cargo once deployed in the field. Please select a destination. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Sam, that vehicle appears to be locked up tight. You won't be able to take it for a drive.
Ugh.
verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Well done, Sam. I've never seen a working monorail before. Think of all the stuff it could carry. All right then, why don't we extract some material? Very good, Sam. Now all you have to do is load the extracted materials onto the monorail for transport. Let's begin by accessing that delivery terminal.
actually managed to restore with it back up and running. Right. Sorry. Would you look at all this? I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while. We've made some great strides in our research thanks to you. If it's all right, we'd like you to have this. Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
Oh, here's a little something extra as thanks. I got them just for you. They sure weren't easy to come by. Oh. We really, at the risk of stating the obvious, it's gonna take an awful lot of resources to restore, but at least with this monorail operation, that's gonna go a long way. We can fabricate pickup off-roaders now, but... it's a lot. The driver's seat is... This allows the drive... You can customize it. That said, the schematic, which means... Sure. The monorail network was extensive, but repeated exposure, and with the constant threat of BT. If you happen to come across a track layer, be sure to fix even a small Anyway, we're so grateful for the assistance, Sam.
You managed to save the day, Sam. The people here now have more than enough supplies for their needs. They should be able to prepare cargo for the next... But first, return to the...
Order completed. Well done. Please take care.
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America.
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, we found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data, we confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation and placed into storage.
So what you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that, pretty much, is the extent of our recent discoveries. Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was kept in reserve. But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment, much less why they did it.
Higgs said there were things I didn't know. Maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
I want to know everything about Lou.
You're playing his game, Sam. Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.
Fragile wants to have a word as well. Visit the delivery terminal in West Fort Knott to take on the relevant main order.
Sam, it seems Tarman decided to leave a few books for you. Right there, by your bed. Reading is a wonderful way to take your mind off things. Trust me.
Extraction was successful. It was transferred to a sterilized pod and sent to a separate facility.
Ready to proceed with corpse disposal? 1.
Okay, great. What is that?
Sam, your next destination is the Northern Environmental Observatory. Like its Western counterpart, this observatory is a critical facility that will help us to monitor the changes taking place in the Australian environment. To bring it online, you'll have to navigate the canyon to the northeast of your current position. But before that, you'll need to link up another site en route.
Sam, the next site we want you to link up is called Rainbow Valley. A friend of Drawbridge is waiting for you there. Once the network connection has been established, they'll be joining us on the DHV Magellan. I recruited them myself when we first met in the UCA. You can pick up the order from the delivery terminal. I'm looking forward to seeing you both. Thanks again, Sam.
Another porter here. It seems you brought this site onto the chiral network. Perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run. Want to go and say hello?
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
afraid you dropped some cargo, Sam.
Let's get a move on. That's the place, huh?
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Hold on a minute. Are you Sam? Then does this mean the drawbridge has finally come to the valley? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you could make it. It's an honor to welcome you here. The contents haven't suffered any damage. Well done. We'll be hoping to see more of you. The next step involves...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The connection looks strong and steady to me. That cargo you brought along is going to make a world of... Hopefully no more towns will have to suffer. Oh, we've shared our... I suspect... Try it out. You probably passed the town I mentioned under... At a glance, it might have looked like nothing more than a... But those were once buildings. As the desert kept creeping closer, the town... They'd been forced to evacuate. Still, at least the exodus went to plan. There are no void-outs at any rate. This region was once filled with lush vegetation, until all that beauty... We swore to do everything in our power. Around the time we got started, the APEC, with their help, we've been able to achieve... But moving forward, we have to find a way to nurture... Tar cannons are invalid. While fires are a common occurrence in this region, so these cannons were developed. They leverage the tar. When deployed on the ground, they can both extract and discharge tar simultaneously. You can pick up the cannon and use it on the go as well. But if you find yourself caught in a wildfire, you'll need to figure out when to shoot and when to move in order to make it out alive. Thanks for everything, Sam. You and Drawbridge have helped ensure that these land, in particular that Carmel, if you're looking to link up with them, you'll find them in the ravine on the other side of the river. Come back and visit anytime.
Right. Time to meet up with our comrade. Let's see. They should be around here somewhere.
Feels good.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
This river's rising. We mustn't underestimate the potential risks here.
Commencing route creation. Deliver.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job, those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying is not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
You think I spooked her?
I really couldn't say. I certainly haven't ever seen her dance like that before.
It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
Go on, Sam. Follow her into that facility.
Thanks for coming, Sam. I'm sorry about just now. I didn't know who you were at first.
You're the picture of health, Rainey.
You too, little man.
You had some kind of a trick for dealing with timefall?
Rainey, it's been too long.
Fragile.
Can't wait to see you again.
What are we waiting for, Sam? Let's head to the DHV Magellan. Fragile. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet the old-fashioned way. Carograms are great, but nothing beats a hug. Well, I'm sure you already know. This is Rainey. She's a good friend of the cause.
It really is a pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Nice to meet you too.
Glad to see you in good health.
And it's so good to see you all again.
So, the files say you worked with Amelie to connect everyone in the UCA to the chiral network. But that despite your best efforts, an extinction event known as the Last Stranding seemed destined to kill us all. Until Amelie found a way to put a stop to it. She single-handedly sealed off the extinction entity's beach, preventing countless BTs from invading our world, and in doing so, saved humanity. But why am I telling you this? You were there to witness it all with your own two eyes. And you, of all people, must know that humanity can never truly escape extinction. The ultimate goal of Drawbridge's mission is to overcome the Death Stranding. If we succeed, we will be fulfilling Amelie's dying wish. At least that's how I see it. Sam, is that Horizon Dreamer I spy in your music collection? That's one of Daiichi Miura's best songs. I'd love to hear it again, to listen and remember my family. Out of curiosity, Sam, did you notice that the mirror above your sink displays images of the outside world? These images change as we travel and actually show what's waiting for us outside the DHV Magellan when we disembark. Prolonged living inside an enclosed space can be bad for one's mental health due to the unchanging environment. That's why I asked Tarman to implement this particular feature. A digital photo frame, so to speak. An easy-to-understand name, don't you think? Though I'm the only one who calls it that. Anyway, it'll give you a preview of our surroundings. That's sure to have some practical benefits.
Sam, your next order requires you to recover an escaped kangaroo, the subject of an important experiment. Seems the bushland area it hopped off to is one where the chiral density is extremely high, meaning you'll need to get it back to the animal shelter ASAP to ensure its safety. This is a ticking clock situation, Sam. I'll brief you on the details while you review your map. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal when you're ready to get underway.
Thank you kindly.
always looking out for us. We'd already written this off as lost. You've made everyone's day bringing it in.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Well, we've both got work that needs doing. Let's get at it, huh?
Order completed. Well done.
Thank you so much.